As we are trying to build community, we realize that our community has at its core a series of questions. Is there space for a Black community here? Well, I had been living in Hawaii for some time. I moved here from Brooklyn about 15 years ago, and I found that, even though I was able to kind of create a life for myself here, one of the things that I found really missing was that part of my community and a space in my community to kind of be my whole self. So I found that I was really interested in the stories of other Black folks who were living and working here in Hawaii, especially folks who were born and raised here, who grew up here. So I just started asking friends kind of about their experience, and it kind of blossomed into this whole thing.
So I grew up here in Hawaii, and I kind of grew up thinking I was like the only one, seeing someone every now and then, and meeting Akemi and hearing what she had to say about the Pōpolo project and just being able to create community was something that I missed as a child. And it was like, if we can do that now, at least I can have it as an adult and create that sort of community for children growing up in Hawaii who are Black.
Well, it's weird, because I think being Black here is being like a super minority almost, right? There's like, especially when we were younger, there weren't really too many Black people. And it was finding a sense of community, and it's something that I haven't really seen exist here. It's been really cool to connect, hear our own stories, and share.
Coming here, I think I had a moment where I kind of was susceptible to the Hawaii myth. Coming here and seeing really early some of the ways that anti-Blackness and white supremacy kind of shows up here, kind of disrupted that. And it was a very brief moment of thinking I was, I was somewhere I wasn't. And being here during some of the different occurrences on the continent that I think my community was very deeply involved in, and I felt a distance from that, but still felt the pain of it. Being here during some of those really visible moments around Black people and police brutality, I think that was something that was difficult to deal with. And I think what the Pōpolo project really answered for me was a place to really enact in myself and to really engage with other people who are thinking about things that I'm thinking about. For me, storytelling is so important, and I think the stories that you're told about this place often ignore the stories that highlight some of the injustice here as well. So I think that's what is really important to me around the Pōpolo project, is making the connections between just the stories of all those impacted by colonization, really.
I met Akiyami in one of my classes at UH. She came, and then I did an interview of her for a project about the Dominican Republic and Oceania. Before I had moved here, I felt that I was always Dominican, but no one had ever given me permission to go back in time and connect to that. So when I came to Hawaii and saw how much ancestry and genealogy is so important here, I had finally felt like I could give permission to myself to travel through the histories of colonization and trauma and then revive that history through my writing.
During the art show, it was up for a month, the Pōpolo project, they presented a couple of forums for the community.
The title of it was In the Black. And it's a visual anthology, and it took place at Mark's Garage in Chinatown.
We decided to choose the title In the Black because in the black is a financial term that we borrowed, being of value, being of positive assets.
But there's a particular reason also why I think we're in Hawaii, and for one, I can say for myself, and it probably resonates with others, that for us, Hawaii is like into a sanctuary. I look around and I appreciate what I see. I appreciate the environment. We want places where we can raise our children, a place that's peaceful, a place that's beautiful, a place that we feel the environment is conducive to our growth on a spiritual level and as well as a natural level. Hawaii has a whole lot to offer, and I think personally my people can thrive here.